YouTube, what's good, baby? We are back and we are taking a deep dive into PGA Tour 2K23. We're going to have a bunch of videos coming for you, okay? Just random sporadic things. My player, my career, different things like that, okay? But for this first video that we're going to start out with, my player, okay? This is the one that if you guys know me, okay? This is the one I've been excited for the most because this is kind of looking into different character customization and all that different stuff. And that's like my favorite part of the game, right? So we're going to get not only into the clothing and all the fun stuff, but the fun stuff for the clubs, like fitting your club and the different skills and things like that, kind of that you can work with. But not even with that, just the golf balls, the appearance, how those are going to work a little bit with different skills and stuff like that. Awesome, awesome deep dive look into all the things throughout the menu of MyPlayer. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe as all the fun stuff like that always. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments below. Well, let's take it away. All right, you guys, it's a moment of truth. MyPlayer time. Okay, MyPlayer specifically is one of my favorite parts of any game. Not obviously specifically MyPlayer, but the customization aspect of your own character. It's one of my favorite parts of every single game. Okay, with that, you guys are now witnessing a first look at MyPlayer as a whole. We're gonna go through everything and the menu, what it looks like. As you guys see here, it's super sweet. Behind me, behind my beautiful face, is the Pro Shop. That's what it's called. Okay, so this is the Pro Shop, obviously where you're gonna buy all your things. Locker, okay, which is obviously the already purchased or earned clothing, apparel, all that stuff, and clubs and everything. Right there. The golfer is you yourself, right? So like, you know, customizing your face, all that fun stuff. The caddy, you get to pick from a huge list of caddies that you can choose from, okay? And then the clubhouse pass, which we'll be looking at very shortly right after this. So let's go. All right, so let's get into it. So first and foremost with MyPlayer, the first category here is what's called the Pro Shop. Okay, so when you click on the Pro Shop, what you're going to see is first and foremost, well, there's three different tabs, okay, and we'll go through each one. At the bottom, you can see that. First and foremost is the featured tab. Kind of like if I have any people here who play Fortnite or anything like that, you know, or Warzone or anything like that, there's always like an item shop, kind of, right? This is kind of your item shop is the featured for right now. So like, kind of see the featured stuff. So if you get this one, if you buy this Jordan one, you get the men's short sleeve, the shorts, the women's and men's vintage bucket hat, and the socks right on the right. So you can kind of see that. I highlight over the Nike bundle. You got your short sleeve men's polo. You got your men's pants, men's shoes, men's belt, right? Boom, Nike polo or Nike polo bundle. Then you got your Malbon bundle. Bam, like some, you know, classic hats, right? Men's and women's. Then you've got what you looks like over here is weekly. Okay, so weekly and daily. So with most games that have item shops and stuff like that, they update weekly, daily, and then featured, where that could just be a couple hours, that could be a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? But you have separate categories that are also just specifically weekly and specifically daily. So like obviously daily right now, like obviously you guys are seeing this when I'm recording this. We're in early hands-on, right? So just keep in mind this will change, everything will look different, but daily right now, boom, you got the Ye glasses, you know what I'm saying? The Kanye glasses, right? Then you've got like the FootJoy men's glove. Bam, that's your weekly. Okay, so that's kind of the featured page. That could be different, you know, over time, what they feature on there and things like that. But equipment next up. Okay, so this is where you're gonna have, you know, all of your drivers, wedges, irons, all that fun stuff, right? Including the balls that we're gonna get to in a second here, because remember, that's new with this game. So what you're gonna see here, a lot of the same stuff from that I've seen so far on here, obviously with you know, not talking about Clubhouse Pass, any of that stuff, right? Straight up on the game right here. So you got your usual Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade, kind of the same. What you'll notice with the drivers, the wedges, stuff like that, you'll kind of notice that from 2K21, right? But they do look great, they look crispy. So obviously, since this is, again, I'm going to remind you guys, or keep reminding you guys, the Pro Shop. Okay, so this is where you go to get the clubs that are not in your bag or your closet or your lockers, what they call it, which we'll get to in a second. these are clubs that you're buying to put there that you can then use, right? So obviously your Titleist, you know, Callaway Maverick, stuff like that, right? Then you got woods on the next tab. Here's the stealth, stuff like that. So you can get the stealth going, 3 and 5 wood. You know, the new Rogue, the LSO through Callaway. Bunch of exciting stuff. Obviously 2K is always going to have their own as well, as they always do. TGC specifically for this one, right? 2K TGC, which is pretty sweet. Next one being the hybrid, so your Mavericks, you know, your Rogue Maxes, Sims, TSI, or excuse me, TS2s, you know, things like that. Irons specifically being like T-Series irons, Mizuno irons, Ben Hogan. You got your Maverick Callaways. You've got your I think they had P790s and everything as well. Then you've got the blades, which are the P7MCs, you know, kind of like that. Different cool stuff, right? So obviously all separated, kind of like 2K21, but just, you know, different format looking, as you can see. I'm also have to admit right now, just in the middle of this, the menu for not just this but the whole game just looks so good. It just looks so good. It's just, oh man, it's just I'm pumped. I'm so excited. Anyway, so the T22 Mizunos, which are those bronze ones, they're lit. You've got obviously the Sim series stuff, then you've got 2K's own, you know, and then you've got the P790 wedge as well. It's pretty sweet stuff. After that, the putter. This is what gets me the most excited right now currently. Why? Because I've been able to use some of my previous clubs that I have in real life, okay? And I like to simulate a lot of the stuff in real life like I do in game. So like, that's why character customization is such a big deal to me, right? Not only in just this game, but NBA 2K or any RPG stuff like that, is because you want to make it kind of realistic to yourself in a way. But with this NBA 2K, things like that, you wear what you wear, right? So when it comes to putters and things like that, the fact that you can put on Scotties now, name branded Scotties, out of this world. Okay, so I have a Newport 2 in real life, a Scotty. It's a blade. But let's say, like, you know, I had, you know, one of the Phantoms, right? You can just be like, oh, I'm gonna recreate my Phantom X11 by putting it on. It is so freaking cool. Spider X's, which are gorgeous, but stuff like that, you know, just different things that you can do. It's insane. Obviously still all have the fun ones, right? Like it's sweet, but it's okay though, because like I love them. I love it. Maybe when we get wacky and we have some weird, like, you know, customization design contest or something like that, right, we can get funky. But otherwise I'm gonna be using the Scotties because I love Scotties. Like, it's super sweet. Anyways, so that brings me to our last tab here on the equipment part of the pro shop, the balls. Okay, so the balls that you can use. Specifically for me, I love Pro V1s and TP5s in real life. So the fact that you can recreate that now, it's just insane to me. It's so wild. Obviously they have 2K branded, then they just have plain different color balls. This is hilarious to me. This is one of my favorites. Is the fact that you can use a dirty ball, dude. Like, that is that's so cool. Because, you know, like, let's be honest, I'm not the kind of person that I clean it up on every hole, right? It's sometimes a little bit dirty from hole to hole, and it's realistic. Like, that's so cool to me. That's so cool. So anyways, that's the equipment tab of the pro shop, right? So your clubs, balls, stuff like that. Then you've got your apparel. Okay, so breaks it down as you see in the tops, bottoms, hats, gloves, footwear, accessories. Okay, now again, as you see me with my default character, if anybody's been a fan of NBA 2K for a while, you know there's always the default outfit that you get. This is basically the default PGA Tour 2K23 outfit that you can get. So when we go to tops here, okay, this is, again, I'm gonna remind you, the pro shop. Okay, so this is where you come to buy the stuff that you don't already have. So obviously Jordan polos, Jordan short sleeve t-shirts. Obviously you got Adidas, Penguin, Tattoo Golf, FootJoy, you know, bunch of stuff. Travis Matthew, Nike stuff being added, obviously. And this is all what's in here as of right now, you guys. Okay, so like, don't be like, oh my God, I thought this one would be in it and stuff like that. You got to consider the Clubhouse Pass, and you got to consider that's DLC that's coming in the future. So don't fret. This is just obviously what's here right now as of making this in an early hands-on for 2K. Again, big thank you to 2K. Love you. You guys are the best. But it kind of gives you an idea, right? So like different stuff. 2K has their own. The short sleeve looks pretty nice. You know, different stuff, different gray, green, blue. It's nice. It's nice tops. That's the short sleeve polos or short sleeve shirts, period. So they break it down into short sleeve tops. Okay, then you've got your long sleeve. So you've got the hoodies. Hoodie gang, where are you at? I love hoodies. I love joggers, all that stuff. I know some people don't like it on the course. I think it's awesome, and they look great in this game right now. Okay, so like FootJoy, you got Adidas, you got Link Soul, which is pretty sick. And then you got the 2K ones, like the 2K ones, for example. See, as you can see, we're in the long sleeve category, right? So you've got long sleeve polo, love that. And then you've got the long sleeve hoodie, right? Pretty sweet. So again, you guys, this is me. So like, I am going to be spending a ton of my time the first day that this comes out. I'm going to be spending so much time just creating my character, obviously leveling up, getting that VC and all the coins and stuff like that, just so I can just swag out my character, dude. It's gonna be sweet. Outerwear. So as of right now, you've got one jacket that you can get, right? Cool. It's also a thinner, like slim jacket. Looks really nice. Doesn't look bulky or anything. Looks really cool. And then you've got the undershirts. Now this is sick. So like, let's say you're trying to be like Tiger Woods on a cold Sunday, right? When he's in contention, he's wearing his Sunday red. Well, you can throw this on underneath your polo. Black polo, boom, undershirt. It's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be a big deal. So that's tops, excuse me. That's tops. Bottoms now, okay? We got a lot of stuff going on here. Obviously, a lot of pants, just like the last game. A lot of different stuff to choose from. Some of your favorites that you've seen, like, you know, the Clover stuff. And then, obviously, like, these are new. I don't remember seeing those, but, you know, like Crazy Explosion 4, you know, like, gonna be nuts. Clean khakis, you know, obviously regular, but Adidas, FootJoy, Nikes, you know, blended in here, too, as well. Obviously, I'm a huge Nike fan. 2K's got their own, but really clean, awesome, you know, crazy pants and subtle pants. I'm really excited for that. So those are just the regular pants. You got shorts. This is what you got going on so far. So obviously you got those men Jordans, sick. Okay. Love that. It's like a basketball short. They're dope. Callaway and 2K, and like 2Ks look short, right? So you got Callaways, you got the short 2Ks. I love wearing like a 9 or a 7 inch. You guys, listen, here's the deal. I'm like 5'10", 5'11". Okay. So I'm a short dude, but I like shorter shorts sometimes, right? So you can wear 2K shorter shorts and stuff. Like they're giving you options. This is a huge option customization upgrade to the game, right? So I'm really excited for that. Leggings. So you want to do it as a dude, or for the women out there, like for example, my wife, she loves wearing leggings. It'll be like, you know, she'll do some skirts or some shorts, stuff like that, but she loves leggings at all times. So, you know, ladies especially, you guys can throw on leggings. Boom, any color. I know that I will be wearing leggings at some point in the game though, because we're gonna make some cool, crazy characters. I'm excited. So leggings specifically, love that. Then you got the special, its own tab just for the kilt. Okay, so the kilt is looking lit. I can't wait for that. People are gonna make some really cool character customizations with that. I'm very, very excited. So that's your bottoms. Now for the hats. Okay, so they're going to divide this out in different ways. Obviously, your caps, first and foremost. You got the nice Titleist, you know, Titleist stuff, Callaway. You got your 2K brand. Almost looks like a trucker hat. You know, different stuff like that, like a mesh. Clean stuff, tailor-made, stuff like that. Clean, super clean. Obviously, more coming. Vintage, though. So the vintage is obviously going to be the Jordan bucket. And as you can see here, right there, that's that Jordan's that square Jordan stamp, like back in the day. The vintage buckets are sweet. Looking like 1992 Barcelona US Olympic game, right? Like it's dope. Then you got the other, which other is just kind of like the flat cap, obviously the buckets, you know, that's gonna be like Malbon and stuff as well, you know, obviously all your fun ones. So that's hats. Then you got the glove. The glove right now, obviously owned, and then you've got the FootJoy that's in for the weekly shop, remember, that you saw before. There you go. Another thing I want to point out also throughout all of these, by the way, you guys, is the filter system up here. So you can filter by brand, and then you can also filter by gender. Okay, so the fact that they brought in a lot more women's everything into this game, LPGA, all that stuff. Thank you, 2K. Love that. More inclusive. I love that. So very cool. So that was your glove, just a short one. Footwear is obviously a big one for me. If you guys know me, I'm a big sneaker person, a sneakerhead, if you will. Shoes, though, so for right now, obviously there's some that you own, and then there's obviously some that you can buy. Again, this is the pro shop. Okay, so you're looking at stuff you can buy. FootJoys, Adidas, very clean, all white lows. Love that. In fact, they brought Nikes in. Thank you. I wear Nikes as my daily, Nike Infinity Zooms as my dailies currently for golf. I love it. Kind of look like this in a way, but not really, but kind of, the all white with some black. And so I'm really excited. Puma, and then you've got like Adidas, different things like that going on. More will be in there. Socks specifically. So you see it's kind of like what they did with the clubs last game, is the broken down, like, okay, the orange is obviously more rare, kind of, you know, it's like a special one, right? It's not just your gray, it's your orange, as you can see, like right above. I'm trying to point to it, like you guys can see my finger, but that little orange brand where the 150 is, right? So Jordan specific socks. Then you've obviously got your short, or your like ankle short, you know, your knee socks, stuff like that, right? So that's just for that. That is for the footwear. And then for accessories, so accessories, you've got your eyewear, like aviators, your cooler, thinner ones, you know, it's more like sports stuff. You got some over here, 2K. Believe these are all 2K right now. Yeah, looking great though, love that. The belts, so you've got different brands for belts, okay? All look really clean. You've got different aesthetics to some, like obviously some you've got the woven as compared to, you know, like a leather or whatever. Very, very cool. Obviously very excited to see where that goes. And then your watches. So obviously you got nice watches you can choose from, more sporty to more elegant. Very excited about that. But that is the pro shop, you guys. So again, it's the place where you come to buy stuff, right? So this is going to be your apparel, your equipment, you know, meaning your golf balls, all of your clubs and everything like that. And then the feature, which is like the item shop. So with that though, that brings us to the next piece, which is the locker. Okay, so for the locker, check this out. As soon as you go into the locker, what you're going to be presented with is your golf bag. Okay, what you're going to see at the bottom is obviously 4 different tabs, one being golf bag, then collection, fittings, apparel. Okay, these two are going to work intertwined with each other with something I'm going to show you, and then apparel is obviously way different. So starting off with the golf bag, this obviously shows you everything you need to see. Your driver to your putter, everything in between, you know, obviously all of your stats on it, all that fun stuff, in a nice view, just like it is. The cool thing is after that though, is that you can actually change that menu to be just what people might consider more boring, okay? But at least it gives it to you from like top to bottom in actual yardages, so you can check your distances if you just want to do that quick instead of having to go to and hover over each club. Like for example, say like I'm trying to see the distance between the 7, 8, and 9, right? So 7, 167, 156, 147. Oh wait, what was my 7 iron again? You know what I'm saying? So you can basically just make it so that it goes into a list instead, which is actually super nice when you're trying to check your yardages. Now, the cool different thing is you guys are obviously going to notice now that's different from this game from the last game, right? The whole golf ball deal, okay? Everything about it. Not only the ball type, which obviously the type is going to be getting into a lot of statistical differences, okay? So if you end up using the specific ball type, these are obviously all separated into different rarities, so common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. But when we stick to all, you can obviously see, okay, so like a legendary aviator, that means that there's plus 60 to flight, as you can see here, but then you're gonna go minus 46 in roll, obviously, because you're going from distance and flight. It's not gonna really roll, it's gonna dart more, right? So the ball types are going to be huge, and we'll get to that at a different time, kind of with the badges and everything and more of the skill tree stuff, but just so you have an idea what can change about the ball. So obviously you can change not only the ball type like we just went over, but the ball appearance. So that was where from the pro shop, what you can do is, oh, excuse me, my bad. Right here will be all of the different ones that you've chosen. So like if you bought the Pro V1, that's the yellow ball, let's say, you can make it the change on here, right? And you can change the appearance of it. Now, the big, oh, excuse me, sorry, went out of locker. The big deal about the bottom tab. So the next 2 tabs, okay? Let's say you're on a club and you are looking at your 7 iron. So obviously you can have, okay, actually, let me show you some difference just for ease. There's fit and appearance. Okay, so when you go to your driver, there's the appearance, aka the collection tab at the bottom. That's just where it takes you to. That is just the cosmetics, the aesthetics to the club itself. That is how it looks. Okay, so obviously you got your driver, you know which one that you chose, which you can choose on the last screen, right? You choose it, and we'll get into that. But then how the shaft looks and how the grip looks, the shaft and the grip looks. I'm getting too excited, you guys. I'm all over the place. The shaft, obviously you can do different colors, you know, more graphite, whatever, green. And then you can obviously come down here to your shaft, or excuse me, sorry, to your grip and make that different, right? So you can do like a, you know, a white grip, pink shaft, right, with your driver. So that's how you change the look of it. Okay, so then when you come back on this tab to golf bag and you go to driver again to select it, the fit is the statistical part. Okay, that is how it hits. Okay, so that's going to be your difference there. So when you unlock some different things, like as you can see here, we have nothing on right now. It's just the normal driver head it comes with. Obviously nothing, as you can see here, nothing in difference. Okay, and this is how the OG version of this club looks. We obviously don't have anything else unlocked. Okay, so the head can do things, the shaft can do things, and the grip can do things, right? It will all change the stats of the club intertwined. It's nuts. I'm telling you guys, not only the customization, but how you play this game is going to be nuts this year compared to anything else you've ever played. Okay, it's gonna be wild. So just so you kind of understand, the collection here is basically aesthetics, right? So if you want to go to, like, you know, your irons, let's say shaft color and then grip color, but fittings is how the club actually feels and is fit. Okay, and that's going to be all right here on this tab if you want to go to that. Now, want to make sure we didn't miss anything on here. Pretty standard otherwise. Obviously you can see what it looks like when you have stuff on, like when you have some of the fittings on, like let's say you've unlocked them, you've customized your club to be a specific fit. Okay, what you can do is you'll see them here. So like if I highlight, you know, my 5 wood, you'll see them here. And then when you go to the list down here that we had, that's where also you'll see the fittings. Okay, so like once you have everything kind of customized to your own liking, you will see everything on this list here, which I know it's more boring, but I actually love that list. It's just super nice. Okay, so skip all the way over here to apparel. And this is going to be where, remember, like if you think of, like I said earlier, the pro shop is like where you go to the store, right? And you buy your stuff. And the locker is like your closet, right? It's stuff you own. So obviously you won't really see much in here, but it's the same setup. I'll kind of go back in to kind of show you. It's the same setup as the pro shop, right? Tops, bottoms, hats, gloves, footwear, accessory, boom, right? But then you're going to tops. Everything that you've bought will be right here. Obviously I only have the default gray polo, so you don't have anything else under there, right? But where you bought in the pro shop will be in the locker. Okay, so don't need to go through all of them because there's really not much going on, but just so you can have an idea, that's what it looks like, right? And then in a different time we will get into the clubhouse pass, just not yet. Okay, so now the golfer. So you as a person, this is your time now, right? When you go in here, you guys are obviously going to see the big bad new awesome sweet skill tree stuff. Okay, first thing you see as soon as you go to your person is everything about your person. Okay, obviously a lot of this stuff is locked and we will be getting deeper into this at a different time. Okay, this is mainly just to go over MyPlayer so you guys see it. Okay, but bam, you got your skill tree stuff. Okay, we can get deep into this again. I would love to, but I'm gonna save that for a different time. Okay, but you obviously got different stuff that you level up, different pieces. You know, like obviously how to let's go to this one for example. How do you unlock it? If I go like over here, you know, you can start leveling. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay, we'll get into it deeper at a different time. Then from there, then you have your archetype, right? So then you have obviously what you prefer. So like, okay, then they have like different pre-made stuff. So like, okay, if you're a greensman, obviously your strength is putting, your weakness is recovery shots. Excuse me, powerhouse. And notice how this all changes, by the way, you guys. You know, like your power, timing, weight, putt weight, stuff like that. Your powerhouse, carry distance is obviously your strength, but your swing difficulty is your weakness, right? Because you're like just slam, and then like where it goes, nobody knows, right? Kind of thing. Rhythm. So swing difficulty is your strength, which is timing and things like that, which is very big. And then your carry distance is your weakness. So like you may have really good at like, you know, timing and things like that, but obviously your power is less because you're accurate, you know, kind of piece. Sculptor, so shot shaping is your strength, which is pretty sweet. So your swing path is a lot easier for you to hit. While your weakness is your distance control. Sometimes it's harder, you know, because you're obviously doing different shaped shots. Woodsman, so recovery shots are your strength and putting is your weakness. Might be tough because I need the putt. I'm probably going to be greensman and then try to work on adding some power or something, because I need all the green help I can get, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, so obviously that's your skills and your archetype. Okay, so obviously this will get into at a different point. Your archetype is obviously going to be everything that you want to choose and how you want to integrate and customize that. And then you've got your info. So this is actually you. So like first name Supreme, last name Banks, you know, whatever you want to do. Nationality, boom, you got that. Handedness, so right or left, whatever. And then gender, male, female, or whatever. That's all there as info. And then your appearance, obviously I quickly put this one together to try to kind of look like me. Kind of froey, kind of, you know, beard, kind of some thicker eyebrows. You know, I try to make it look like me quick, but you know, whatever. But there's a bunch of stuff. So these are some like, you know, pre-made appearances, right, that you can do. So like, let's say you want to go with this guy, right? Or you want to go with this dude, or you want to go with this dude, or this dude, right? You can do all of that. Okay, so you can start with that, and then you can go on to everything else. So like your next tab, obviously being your physical like face. So you can edit your face in tons of different ways. Obviously eyes, nose, ears, mouth, cheeks, jaw, and you obviously, as you can see, you can get super specific with this, right? Very, very cool. I didn't take the time to get super specific because when I do that, I'm gonna lose so many hours into this, like to make it. Oh man, I'm so excited. It's just one of those things though that like for time's sake and for ease today, I just want to show you guys what all you can do kind of as an overview. Obviously your skin tone, moles, weathering, freckles, chin dimples, pitted cheeks, a bunch of stuff for your face specifically, right? Then you go on to the eyes. Obviously the color of your eyes is a bunch to choose from. Hopefully you can find one for yourself. Mine, I just have always dark brown eyes, you know, pretty boring, but there you go. For the hair, different stuff to choose from. Obviously, for me, this is in, you know, different abilities. So like, obviously I tried to find one that was closest to myself, which is kind of like curly and kind of froey. So I did that one, right? There's a bunch of stuff, different things that you can do. That one's kind of like mine too, right? I need to be a little bit higher. Mine's a little bit more froey than that, but not bad, right? And then that's kind of sick, you know, the little fade on the side. It kind of looks like mine, but in a way, right? Almost, kinda. Let's just keep it. Why not, right? And then you can do, you know, obviously a bunch of different other stuff, everything like that for hair, beards, or facial hair. Okay, so you've got goatees, you know, all that stuff. You got mustache. You know, you've got different stuff going on with that. Oh, look at that guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Mustache. And then just, you know, a clean, easy shave, right? Then you got your eyebrows. As you know, you can do all this stuff. Also, for all these, you guys, you can edit the color. What you can do with the colors, you can either, you know, make it custom. So like whatever color you want, or pretty what they consider normal basic hair that you would see a lot. Or you can match, if you put like match the hair color, it'll just automatically match it for you. Next, eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick. That's pretty dope. Okay, so you guys can get really, really detailed with what you want to do. And then over here, this is your height. So I put 5'11". You know, obviously you can go all the way up to 6'6". It can also be 4'11". I'm just putting myself at like a shorter 5'11", right? That's usually me. Let's just say that, okay? Just roll with it. Don't make fun of me, okay? Calm down over there. Settle down, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, okay. Anyways, so that's all of your appearance, and then obviously your info, and then we'll get more into the archetype and the skills at a later time, but that's what's all in your golfer area, specifically in the MyPlayer. All right, that leads us to one of our final selections here, the caddy. This is dope. So if you guys haven't heard yet, they have added caddies to PGA Tour 2K23, okay? New to the franchise, it's super dope, love it. Now, with the caddies, you can't get too in-depth really with the customization, but you still have the option to choose from all of these caddies, right? So all different, like, you know, different genders, different skin color, different everything, right? So like they made it more inclusive. They didn't just do like, you know, a white male caddy, right? They didn't also give you the customization to do whatever you want with it, but they gave you a wide variety of people to be able to choose from. And I love that. Again, that inclusiveness. I love that. So, pretty sweet. I'm like really, really happy to see this, especially you can like, you know, have a caddy even, you know, this is like pretty sick, pretty sick. Really, really excited about that. So this is your default guy. I just left him on, but pretty sick. Really, really cool. And then after that is Clubhouse Pass, which we can't get into yet, but you will see soon.